How you guys doing? It's Kydro. We are gonna talk about CAMELLYA. This is like a first impression slash guide video for her. So if you want to get ready before she comes out and you want to know how she basically works, because she actually is quite complex, this video is for you. Yep, so I was trying very hard to actually understand her whole kit. They actually posted this skill showcase. They have like their basic attacks, the skill, the Forte Liberation, everything in here, intro, outro. Everything in this video. Also, big shout out to Naru for uploading this to YouTube. They actually released this everything on Wii Game. What's very good is that they actually posted her whole kit. We're not gonna read this whole thing because if you really look at this, man, that's like a text of wall, and ain't nobody got time for that. So I try to understand this and I will explain it to you in the most simple way. Starting from the top here, CAMELLYA is the newest 5-star limited character. She uses attribute Havoc. That's her element type. She has the weapon type sword, and her combat rolls are main damage dealer, concerto efficiency, and basic attack damage. Yep, she is gonna scale of basic attack, so all the teammates that buffed up, all the weapons that buffed that are gonna be the best in slot for her. CAMELLYA should be paired up with Sanha because she buffs basic attack damage by like 38%. That's huge. She can also be paired up with Danjin. Danjin is going to buff up and amplify havoc damage, also fantastic. So these could be quite good options. Good. Now let's talk about the gameplay. Very simple, starting off with her basic attacks. Let's start with the beginning. She has a 5 attack string. And yes, as you can see, she attacks super fast. She also has this spinning in the air attack. This is if you attack 3 times and hold the attack button. Then you can also do, I think, 4 basic attacks and hold the attack button, and this should be pretty much what it's gonna look like. She's like spinning in the air very crazy and beautifully. Okay, so this is pretty much very easy, very simple so far, nothing too crazy. I think CAMELLYA is gonna be quite easy to understand when you get to play her, because you just spam attacks basically. Everything that you have, just spam it, it's fine. Now let's talk about the resonance skill, because this one is actually quite interesting. As you can see, she's entering a second form and changing her hair color to red. Activating this skill will let you be in this vines hanging around, and she cannot move anymore. She is still able to dodge, don't get me wrong, but she is not able to move. Only able to attack and dodge. Even her jump button will be replaced by an attack. So if you press the jump button in this form, you will not jump, you will basically just use an attack. And in this form, she is more based on aerial attacks, so she deals like damage to a wider area. Yeah, it could be good for like multiple enemies, etc. I think this is also the form where she deals the most of the damage. So this form will pretty much end if you either cancel it with another button, because you can cancel this form and it will do another attack, and then you get back into the normal form. I think she's actually ending the skill here with this one attack. Yep. So if you just like this animation, this is when you press the button again, and you're back with white hair in ground attacks. Very simple. Now we come to the liberation. This is also straightforward. Just a big explosion, just a big boom attack. I think this is quite easy to understand. Basically has a wide area of damage here. Now let's talk about the Forte Circuit. This is what it looks like when you activate it. She does like an explosion attack with some flower. She turns herself into a flower and she enters a red aura form. You can see around her character, there is now red aura appearing, kind of like she's going Super Saiyan or Ultra Instinct, okay? In this red aura form, she now has increased damage pretty much with her whole kit, except for the liberation. Now you might be wondering, how do you enter this form? How do you turn Ultra Instinct? And this is where the unique thing for CAMELLYA is, because her whole kit also needs Concerto. Concerto is normally used to switch off the character that you have to use the intro skill of other characters, but no, CAMELLYA is actually quite selfish. She uses Concerto for herself to enhance her attacks. So if you have full Concerto bar, you now have a different resonance skill, and if you activate this resonance skill, she enters this exact form that you see in the screen, dealing this attack, and yeah, she has red aura around her. So yeah, full Concerto basically helps you enter this form. This Ultra Instinct form is actually limited as well, so you cannot stay in this form forever, because if you swap her out by accident, or if you want to use the intro from somebody else, she actually will lose this buff So this might be huge for people to know if you want to play quick swap, that CAMELLYA might not be the most efficient character compared to Changli or Encore to be in quick swap teams. But we're gonna go into detail a little bit later. Let's talk about the intro skill first and the outro. This is her intro skill. Let's take a look at this. Coming in with a flower attack with a little wine. Beautiful, beautiful animations, by the way. The Kuro games, they did a fantastic job once again. Outro skill, the character that comes in will do a specific attack from CAMELLYA once. So that's what it looks like. Looks good too. Now we can talk about the most complex thing about her. And this is where we go to this sheet here. Now we'll try to explain this as simple as possible without confusing you guys with any of these texts here, okay? What is important is that she can have 100 Crimson Pistols and she can have 10 Crimson Buds, okay? What is Crimson Pistols? It's basically her Forte. If you have full Forte, which is when you do intro attack, if you intro with CAMELLYA, you will have a full Forte bar. Now your goal is to reduce this Forte bar with everything that you have in your kit, but pretty much except for the liberation. So intro with CAMELLYA, spam basic attacks, this will reduce your Forte bar. Spam skills, this will reduce the Forte bar. You can also just stay in the form where she's in the wines, use all the basic attacks that you have, and this will reduce Crimson Pistols. So basically reduce the Forte bar, and then if you reduce it completely, you will have 10 Crimson Buds. So what is Crimson Buds? It's pretty much just another mechanic within her Forte that will deal even more damage the more you have. So your goal is to stack up the Crimson Buds to 10 times, and then you have the max stacks for it to deal the most damage. But there's also another mechanic which is very selfish of Miss CAMELLYA. As you can see, when you reduce her Forte, her Crimson Pistols, she will recover Concerto energy. So she actually has something in her kit that helps you get more Concerto. Normally, Concerto is being used to use intro skills, right? To use other characters, swap them in. But with CAMELLYA, it's going to be quite different because she needs this Concerto energy to actually activate her enhanced resonance skill. So if you have full Concerto, she will use this Concerto for herself to actually buff up and enter this form that you can see here. Once again, if you have full Concerto, you can enter this aura form, okay? She will go Super Saiyan Ultra Instinct. Now I also said the more Crimson Buds you have, the more damage you will deal. And this is exactly this animation that you see in the beginning. So this big explosion will actually deal more damage if you have more Crimson Buds. So your goal is pretty much to have as many Crimson Buds as possible to deal the most damage. And after you've activated this enhanced resonance skill, she actually has a different kit. Basically, it's the same kit, but it's just enhanced. When she has the red aura around her, it's called budding mode. And in budding mode, she pretty much just deals more damage, okay? Now she deals more basic attack damage, she will deal more resonance skill damage. Her whole kit is pretty much buffed up. Important is that she actually loses this red aura, this ultra instinct budding mode, if she is switched off the field. So this is also why she will probably be not as efficient in quick swap teams. Budding mode also ends when Crimson Pistols are consumed. Because very interesting here again, when she enters Ultra Instinct, when she's using this red explosion with her flower, she actually gains another 100 Crimson Pistols. As you can see here, activating Forte Circuit Ephemeral recovers 100 Crimson Pistols. So now you have another full Forte basically, and if you reduce this full Forte to 0, this red aura will be disappearing. So yeah, after entering Ultra Instinct budding mode, activating your Ephemeral, which is the big explosion, she will deal more damage with the skill and she will deal more damage with the normal attack. And that is pretty much it. At the end, there's a combat guide, and rotation is going to be quite easy. But the whole rotation is just use the intro, swap her in, spam attacks, use her skill. Eventually you get full Concerto, the skill will be replaced and becomes Ephemeral. You can use Ephemeral, enter Ultra Instinct form, and then you deal as much damage as possible because the form will be disappearing if the Forte is empty. Then you can swap to other characters again, buff her up, get Sanha, basic attack outro, whatever you want to do. I hope I explained it properly. It also took me a while to understand this, but yeah, this is CAMELLYA's kit pretty much. I hope this helped you to understand her kit. and maybe now you are ready before she even is out. And no, I didn't play on the creator server, so this is just me reading from this huge profile kit they released. The freaking text wall is insane. But yeah, I still hope I didn't do any mistakes here. If I understood something wrong, of course, let me know in the comments and I will leave a pinned comment there if there's some information wrong. So this is it. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you are excited as me when CAMELLYA finally releases. Also, we're gonna do the polls on stream on Twitch and YouTube, so be there. Cannot wait to play her. She looks super fun. She's gonna be an insane unit. Quite the on-fielder and selfish, but her animations and stuff are just insane. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe for more, and I see you in the next one. Bye.